Good evening, Charlene. How are you today?
I'm very good, thank you.
How was your trip coming down to the office?
It was good, thanks for asking.
Perfect. So my name is Amjad Abdul Majid and I'm your solicitor today. I'll be dealing with your matter and I've looked over the files that you sent me. That's the insurance documents and the lease documents, and I'll be advising you on your problem today.
Perfect.
So don't worry, you're in great hands.
Thank you for that.
Just before we start, I just want to go through the details that we have with you, just to confirm. Can I have your full name, please?
So it's Charlene, Charlene.
Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah.
Raymond, Raymond.
And what's the best contact number that can reach?
So my mobile number will be 077
077
00
00
91
91
23
23
85.
85. Perfect. And your email address?
Property investor at. So yeah.
Investor at
Charlene, so the same Charlene.
Yeah.
Raymond.com.
Raymond.com. I can see that you have a business in your name.
Yes.
Very nice. So is this what you do for your main income?
I was a master chef. So first I got into a master chef, the
TV show.
TV show, yes. And then after that, I got out of the TV show, and then now I'm into commercial property investment, and yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
All right, now so I'm going to ask you a few questions about your issue at hand, and just lay the details out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I've got everything just before we start. I got everything, the notes and everything in my computer, so I'm gonna read it out for you to be exactly.
No worries, take your time and do so. So let me just confirm, is the address of the premises 10 to 14 High Street, Chilton, Essex?
Yes.
That is it, yeah? Alright, I can see that you have an issue with your tenant.
Yeah.
In terms of damages to the kitchen and the rat infestation.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little more about it?
Sure. So it's actually a restaurant that I've rented, and his name is Harry Fairley.
Bear with me a moment. So
So-
his name is Harry Fairley.
Yes, Farley.
Perfect. Can I have his email address and number, please?
Sure. It's Tasty Steaks
Tasty steaks.
at fairleysteakhouse.com. That's the tenant himself.
And his contact number, please.
07700
07700
91 71 58.
71 71 58.
Yes.
Perfect. Yep. Go on.
So, obviously, the restaurant, it's a very high standard restaurant, and he made it amazing. He put decor and everything, and it was very successful at first. Also, I've checked, they have very good online reviews. And yeah, in general, that's the restaurant itself. And yeah, and I think if you want to know also, maybe we can get into straight to it. He was paying the rent on a monthly basis, and he has never missed the rent. Yeah.
Perfect. And what about the damages? What about the rat infestation? How did that come about?
So the rat infestation. So first, when I visited the restaurant, the kitchen was very dirty. I've noticed that there was the extractor hood. It was clogged with grease, and I asked Harry whether he's going to clean it, and he assured me that everything was normal, and that he's going to clean the extractor hood, and that was just under a month ago. and yeah, I mean, and he would do it again soon as well. Yeah.
Perfect. And is that how the rat infestation started?
Yes, I think that was how it started. I mean, also the I saw rubbish bags outside of the property, and I'm guessing that's how it all started because it was very dirty from the outside.
An untidy environment.
Yeah, and very untidy, very.
Perfect. Let me just make a note of that.
And even food waste were through the backyard, and yeah, that's I guess the rats came and they're starting eating it.
All right, perfect. And I'm just having a look at your insurance policy. Just give me a moment. And how long have you been letting this premises out?
It has been, I think, around a year and so.
A year or so.
Yes.
All right. And has this been a continuous problem?
Yes, it has been.
Yes. All right. And it was with the same tenant, Harry itself, right?
Yes.
Were there any previous tenants?
I no. There was no.
All right.
Tenants before that. No.
All right. And is Harry trading in his own name, or does he have a company name that he's trading in?
Let me check that. So it's trading as Fairley Steakhouse.
Perfect.
Yeah. Fairley Steakhouse.
Perfect. All right. And how is your relationship with Harry?
He's being, to be honest, he's very friendly. He's a nice gentleman, but he's being dismissive. To be honest, like for my request, he doesn't listen to me that often. He tells me things that he's gonna do, but at the end of the day, he just doesn't because I go back to him and yeah, nothing changed.
Alright.
So yeah.
Alright, okay. It's a headache dealing with these clients, isn't it? Perfect. So I noted down that the condition of the property is very untidy, internal and external, is that?
Yes,
Yeah.
internal.
And how often do you inspect the property?
So I inspected the property, I think more than 2 or 3 times. The first one I saw the kitchen. The second one actually was the one last week. So, and there was something wrong with the. Apparently, there was a fire that I was not aware of in the kitchen, and yeah, I mean. They called the fire brigade, sorry, and they had to replace the extractor hood with a new one. And in terms of Harry, in this situation, he had covered the expenses, but I mean, there was obviously damages in the ceilings, there was damages on the walls, and he said, I told him we're going to fix it, and he said, I mean, it's not going to affect the kitchen that much, so yeah.
Alright, so in terms of fire, he said that he will not be fixing any damages to the fire on the ceiling, except the damages that are involved in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. And when you first inspected the property and you saw the condition of the property, did you advise Harry to tidy up? And
yes, I did.
You did, and did he act upon your advice?
I mean, what I've done is, in terms of the outdoor, so the backyard, I've cleaned out myself. But then yesterday I went back, and I mean, it looks like the backyard is still tidy. But in terms of advice, like what do you mean by he asked me?
As in, did he act upon your advice? Did he clean up? Did you advise him to clean up?
Yeah, I advised him.
And did he clean up behind himself?
No,
he did not.
No.
All right. And when the fire occurred, he did not make you aware of any circumstances as such?
No.
He did not.
I did not know about the fire at all.
Perfect. And you were made aware that you came to the second inspection
Yeah.
and you figured it out yourself?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Perfect. Just bear with me a moment.
No worries.
And did you pay for the services yourself in cleaning up the external part of the property, or did you do it yourself?
So I did not do it myself. What I've done is I brought a company and that I've paid fully for their service. They've cleaned everything, but also so it's a pest control company, and they brought me rat traps, and they protected the bins from the rats, to come back and eat from it.
Also, they gave you rodent protection?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. And if I'm not wrong, isn't that what the tenant is meant to provide by himself without your expense?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's supposed to do that.
And he hasn't done it?
No.
Alright.
Unfortunately, no.
Perfect. Alright. And have you invoiced your bills to the tenant?
No, I don't.
You have not?
No.
And why is that? Is that, are you afraid of Harry's behavior with you?
Yeah, I mean, he can be pushy a bit, like if I tell him, if I give him the invoice, I wasn't in the, how to say, in the mood to get him into an argument with him. I didn't want to do that, so
I
I just,
understand.
yeah.
I understand.
So, yeah.
Perfect. Alright, and now that you've dealt with the rodent infestation problem, what is it what is the conclusion that you would like to reach at?
I mean, I just want your advice about what can be done, what are the consequences that should be done, what is due on Harry, what is due on me, and if we can make compromising agreement that will, obviously keep the tenant, but also have a less hectic days on me, because I want obviously to get my rent, my income with no issues.
Yeah.
So I want to have maybe like some compromising and some advice from a professional like yours that could let me know what could be next.
Perfect. Excuse me. So from what I heard from your side is basically that you have an issue with your tenant.
Yeah.
He's not he's not the type that would do as advised.
Mm-hmm.
He's more of the type that he wants to do whatever he wants to do.
Yes.
And he hasn't been dealing with his issues such as being clean and tidy and whatever else. So he burnt the kitchen and he's not willing to replace it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So in this sense, I would advise you, if you would like to keep the tenant, I would advise you against it, because given that this is your first endeavor into commercial transactions, Harry is not the perfect tenant, and he's being very, he's bullying you around.
You can say that, yes. Yeah, you can say that, yes.
And I don't blame you, but hopefully this will build your experience into future transactions.
Obviously.
In terms of the damages that you would like to claim from Harry and any expenses that you've incurred on your part, so for the pest control company, you're entitled to get your services charges, the ones that you paid for.
Okay.
You're entitled to get compensation from it, from Harry, because being clean and tidy was part of your lease agreement.
Yes.
From clause section 33.3. You can refer to it later on if you would like to.
Okay.
So he was not clean and tidy,
No.
and in the clause it mentioned that any expenses incurred by the landlord would be concurred as debt in his
Okay.
name.
Alright.
So in that sense, your money is compensable.
Okay.
In terms of whether Harry might disagree to paying,
Yeah.
what you could do is you could. I know that you might not want to pursue a claim in court,
Mm.
but with regard to such claims, unfortunately, there is nothing that you can do much about commercial transactions except pursue it in court.
Okay.
And you might want, there's something called a third-party debt order,
Mm-hmm.
or a specific enforcement order.
Okay.
These are the types of claims that you could get in court, where the court would force the other party to pay the expenses incurred by yourself,
Okay.
if the court finds the case in your favor. And in this case, I believe that it would. So I would advise you to continue this claim with us and let us take it to trial or to court,
Mm.
and we will hopefully get you the ruling that is in your favor.
But may I ask a question?
Sure, go ahead.
You've said that he is not a perfect tenant, but if there's an agreement and if there's a contract and the date of the deadline of the contract is after a couple of years, but how can I kick him from the property without the contract being finished?
So, if I understand correctly, you would like to terminate your lease with him?
Yes.
Is that the case? Yeah. So, as I was going to say, what you could do is, since Harry has been in breach of some of the covenants of the lease, given that in most commercial kitchens, cleaning has to be done on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So no regular cleaning would be on a daily basis, and
Yes.
then deep cleaning at least once a week.
Yes.
So given that he has not met any standard transactions and he's in breach of the lease, what you can do is there's something called a forfeiture, which is where you forfeit the lease. There might be some consequences to that, so you might need to pay early termination fee as such, but it might be worth so, given that the extensive damage that Harry has caused might impact the condition of the property.
Yeah, of course.
For the next in the future. For the next time as well. So that is what you could do in terms of termination, and I would advise you to go forward with that. But I would say maybe hold on the forfeiture until you manage to get your expenses back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
yeah. Perfect. And I will be sending you further documents regarding this matter later on today. And I look forward to hearing from you for your release. And it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.